having said that, sir.
I am not now, nor have I ever been. Michele Bachmann in an explosion onto the RNC national scene. Today in Iowa, Michele Bachmann announced officially that she's running for president. Not that any of us were really unclear when she participated in the Republican debate for the presidential nomination. But today, in her extremely swift and relatively talented approach to politics, she announced her candidacy for presidency of the United States. She did it from Iowa, the #1 state when you're thinking about trying to make that introduction. It's a state that gave Barack Obama a significant start that Hillary Clinton was never able to overcome. And Michele Bachmann is hoping to do, I think, exactly the same to Mitt Romney. Is Mitt Romney's campaign making a mistake? Are they not noticing Michele Bachmann? I say no. I think Michele Bachmann is a very well-known candidate. She's popular. She started the Tea Party caucus in the Congress, a party that's had a significant amount of influence over the last congressional election and likely will again this time out. Michele Bachmann is, I think, the real deal. What's interesting to me about Michele Bachmann is the shift that she's making already at a very early stage. Typically in Republican politics, in the nominating process, candidates start off pretty far to the right. And as they get closer and closer to the general election, they move closer and closer to the middle of the spectrum. Michele Bachmann, interestingly enough, was so far to the right that she's already begun moving to the middle of the road. Today she was talking about previous statements she'd made about Barack Obama and whether or not he was a patriot or had anti-American views. She corrected those today and said that oftentimes things come out and don't sound the way you mean them. What's also interesting to me is a case that I think we're going to hear a lot more about as the campaign wears on, and that is while she's bidded against the stimulus package immediately after it was passed, she pledged for money for her district. She's against pork, apparently, also, unless it's for her district. I don't pretend to not have a political bias. I do. And I may not support Michele Bachmann, but I do want to make the point that I think she's a serious candidate. And I do believe that she will run the full test throughout the entire nominating process. I think this campaign, if you're a Republican, is already shaping up to a question of Mitt Romney or Michele Bachmann.